Once upon a time, I used to know a girl, ripped jeans, messy hair, shining like a pearl. If you recognize the beauty of the voice, you will know I am imitating Roxen. Stunning, breathy, artistic, a true talent, one of the most epic voices to me of the year. It is so powerful despite being quiet and fragile. She is a queen. The question is, do you remember Amnesia? Should we talk about it? Let's
Let's do
do
this.
this!
I lost myself trying to have it all. These words fuse in a rush, and they say they know it all. Oh, I lost myself.
Yes, Romania's Roxen is competing in semi-final 1 of Eurovision. She performs 13th, so after Israel and before Azerbaijan. This song is all about remembering to love yourself. In a recent interview on Wiwibloggs.com, Roxen told us that she doesn't want people to forget it is okay to ask for help, even if people make fun of you, even if people say, "Why are you asking for help?" It's all about you being safe, you feeling safe, and that's why you cannot forget. Do not contract amnesia when it comes to self-love. Okay, I think we all need a t-shirt that says self-love amnesia. One of the most memorable, if a bit perplexing at times, lyrics of the year. I think Roxanne really puts her heart into this. When I heard the studio cut, I was like, okay, that's good. But when I saw the video, that's when it started to connect with me. I'm not a huge fan of interpretive or modern dance. However, I think it worked in her video. You see her being dragged. You see her battling these dancers who are her demons, who are haters, who are negative forces writ large. She pushes them away. She dances among them. And at the end, our girl wins. She does not have amnesia. She remembers that she needs to take care of herself. I found increasingly that I sing this randomly. Self-love amnesia. Da-na-na, da-na-na. I don't know. It has a weird hook, but a hook that I remember and a hook that I find myself singing. In any case, Oliver, what do you think?
This is a tough one. Listen, I really like Roxanne. I think she has a lot of potential, especially when we look at the songs that she presented last year in the national final. There was so much versatility there. I didn't like Alcohol You, and I don't like this. Ain't gonna cut it for me. I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I went to uni for music. That means that I was in the performing arts department. This is so cliche performing arts. It's not even, it's GCSE drama. You know, we've all been there, we all did it. This is a GCSE drama show that you do for your parents. I just think the lyrics make absolutely no sense. I don't like the vocal. It the melody is just so bland, so boring. And the music video with the interpretive dance, I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of interpretive dancers, but I'm just looking at how this army of people in grey is going to be translated to the Rotterdam stage. I just don't think that that is going to work. Like, what are they exactly aiming to achieve with that? And thematically, you know, these themes of anxiety and depression, yes, they're very touching subjects, and yes, they are things that we need to address through music, absolutely. But this feels so contrived. I think it feels so juvenile. I had so much hope for Roxanne, like I said, with the amount of versatility she showed last year, but this just isn't doing it for me.
Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. This world feels in a rush and they say they know it all. Oh, I lost myself trying to have it all. Self-love amnesia. Don't worry if it got you. Lucy.
So I am quite a big fan of this song. Like the first time I listened to it, I distinctly remember the first time I listened to it, which I think is a good sign, kind of a song that I just remember like thinking, oh, that's really pretty, and it's very like ethereal and atmospheric. And straight away I was thinking, this is so going to appeal to like the generation below me, like I don't know, 15 kind of years old and a little bit older than that, kind of especially that bracket, the Billie Eilish generation, I'll say. Not that I'm comparing this to Billie Eilish, because I do think it's quite distinct in its own way, but I just think like it's it has got a lot of themes as well for that age bracket too. And I think that it's such an interesting way to talk about it. And I do quite like, I mean, again, not a fan of interpretive dance generally, but I think it would look really good on the Eurovision stage, her kind of breaking free. And like her kind of fighting off those demons. I think it's going to be fantastic if she brings that, because I can't really see how else they would stage this in Rotterdam, but I think it will be really nice if they do, because I do just think it's going to appeal to so many people. It will give you that literal kind of representation of it, and I do think Alcohol You is better. I did quite like it. I think there's that moment near the end with the big note that really could have sold Alcohol You. That I think that this is missing that big moment. Yeah, no, I just think it's a really pretty song as well. Kind of even ignoring all that, just the sound of it in general, it's just stunning. I'm a fan.
If you feel what I feel, see what I see, don't bring yourself down. You are not alone now. It applies to Suzanne because she's got a big old cat on her. What do you think?
Mahi and I, we love the song, right, buddy? Mwah. So I really liked this song, and it's quite timely that my brother would say this applies to me, because I really felt like Roxen was singing for me. You all know that I tend to have my own interpretations of the songs, and I write my own storyline behind the scenes, right? Like I could create a movie on some of these songs and the storylines that I create that have nothing to do with what the song is actually about. First of all, I do not think Roxen is right out of uni. I think she is far beyond that, Oliver. I think she's pretty amazing. She has such a delicate face, and she's such a beauty. And when this video opens up, the star in the background, it just illuminates her utter beauty to me. She's lost herself trying to have it all. You know, I look at that, and as we go through life, there are certain social norms and expectations, and then we think we've got to do this or check this box. And I kind of took that phrase, we lost myself trying to have it all, from the perspective of the boxes that we have to check. You know, there was a time when society would have said that I had it all, but I really had shit, because all I had was what society thought was cool to have. And now that I don't have those things, I really have so much more, because I'm so much happier.
My girl does not need a boat. My girl does not need that nonsense. She just needs her heart and her happiness.
Oh, a mega yacht. But anyway, when I don't need any of that. When the song, because he was an asshole.
He was,
when the
girl.
song opens up, once upon a time, I used to know a girl, ripped jeans, messy hair, shining like a pearl. Like a summer day, she could push the night so far away. And before I had it all, I think I was that girl who had the ripped jeans and the messy hair and could shine like a pearl and go all night. And I would rather like to think that now that I've moved past the need to have it all, what society thinks, that I'm kind of that girl shining like a pearl again. So I really did feel like Roxen was singing to me. And even the phrase self-love amnesia, it's as though for a moment, I didn't take it the way she meant it. I hope that she's not offended by this, but the whole self-love amnesia is that we forget how to nurture our own souls, and we forget about ourselves in this quest to please society. And so I took this as, now the amnesia was for trying to have it all. The amnesia was for societal norms. And now she's come into this space where she does have self-love. So my interpretation of the song was a little bit different. But it's true, you're not alone. As we age, we have all of these life lessons. I loved in the end how they bow down to her. And I just found the song very relatable. Not everyone went through a traumatic life experience or relationship ending that allowed themselves to find themselves. I think in this past year, so many people really had the quiet time to just come home to themselves. And so I thought the song itself was beautiful, and it spoke to me.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I can really feel that you connected with this. She, of course, Roxen, not my sister, is performing in semifinal 2. We need to talk about the running order. In 10th is Croatia, 11th is Belgium, 12th is Israel, and then from Upbeat Israel, we go to Roxen, and then after Roxen, we have the ethnic sounds from Azerbaijan, Afindi, again Upbeat, and then it's Ukraine, followed by Malta. In terms of qualification, this could really go either way. I don't think this is an obvious qualifier. At the same time, I don't think it's obviously out. I think it's very much on the border, and staging is going to make the difference. In a recent interview with Wiwibloggs, she said she's going to pretty much translate the music video to the stage. She's not going to wear a gown. She's going to wear something like that she can move in, something similar but elevated. She's going to have dancers doing, she didn't say exact, but she's going to stay true to these ideas. I'm hoping the lighting and the spacing and the, if they're in a big, vast black expanse, it could really pop out. It could. At the same time, maybe they'll pull some technological tricks. I have no idea. I just know that they really, really need to have good staging because this is not an obvious qualifier, and I want to see it in the final because she's a talent. I love her voice. Her voice stands out. When you hear all the singers, you can recognize her instantly. It's this wispy, delicate, yet strong voice, and I am here for it. Wishing her the best. I hope you make it, girl. Oliver.
I have this down as a shock non-qualifier. I appreciate that it can connect with people, as evidenced by what you were saying, Suzanne, what you were saying, Lucy. It can connect with probably that Gen Z a little bit more than maybe I'm connecting with it, and I'm kind of failing to see past that scope. But I just don't think that support is enough. I think this song is quite wordy, and for something to be to have a universal appeal, it needs to do a lot with very little. Think about Salvador Sobral. It was very simple, but it connected with a lot of people. This, I just don't think is doing the same. And I think bringing that music video, it's just going to look so messy on the stage. And I wish they would do something different with it. I really don't think this is going through. If it does, it's going to be 9th or 10th place in the semi-final.
Lucy B.
I do agree with Oliver's point that it might alienate people who maybe aren't younger. But then again, no, I'm 30 and I can relate to it. People kind of can enjoy it, but I do have that concern as well. I'm not sure if it's going to qualify. Like you said, William, I think it's very borderline. I really hope it does make it because Romania haven't qualified in quite a while. 2017 was the last time? And, we need them back in the final. And I think Roxen is such a talent. It would be such a shame if one of their biggest stars don't make it because she's great. She's amazing. I think it will be 8th, 9th place. If I had to put money on it, I would say it's going to make it. But, like you say, I think it will be just squeaking in there.
Because I love this song so much, I am going to manifest it going through. So I am going to say, yes, it's going through.
My girl was with a Laotian monk the other day. Did he give you any insights in the reading about Roxen?
I don't know what Roxen's palm said. Apparently, however, I am a really bad meditator and I have no patience. He also told me I had true love and lost it. Thank God I lost the love that I thought I had because that was not love when I was trying to have it all. But I thought maybe he was talking about something that came along after, and I didn't want any of them either. Now granted, also what he said was translated by my girlfriend whose first language is English and also speaks Laotian, and she's a little bit harsher, I'm sure, than he would have been. Hey, Rachel, you made a Wiwibloggs video. Anyway.
All right. It is time to briefly, concisely, succinctly give our scores out of a 10 along with a justification. Let's start with Oliver in the UK.
2.5. One of the lowest of the year for me. I just don't like this one bit. I think Roxen will go on to do amazing things. She is going to be one of Romania's biggest stars. Don't all look at me like that. You knew this was coming. I'm just not a fan of this. I really wish I liked it more, but no, it's not going to cut it for me.
Thank you so much, Lucy.
Well, I don't think I'm going to get a from Suzanne, but I have given it an 8. I am a fan of this. I think there's like a little bit of room for improvement to make it like a 9 or a 10, but it's still so solid. I'm really excited something like this is in Eurovision.
You all know that I like this song. I actually am coming in below Lucy with a 7. While I think it is very solid and I love it, I think that my score is just a little bit, I'm not sure how everyone is going to feel about it. And there were other songs that just really grabbed me in different ways, though this one to me is just incredibly relatable.
My score is a 6.5. I think there's room for improvement with the enunciation in particular. However, I do think that jurors are really going to respect her vocal. If she's on, she's on. I mean, when you hear her and she nails it, she really nails it. And there's a very distinct timbre in her voice. She stands out. I don't think we'll see a lot of modern interpretive dance, particularly in her section of the running order. Israel and Azerbaijan, those, I don't know, I feel like those are more upbeat, bangerish moves. Certainly Effendi will be going for something with some regional flair and sort of an ethnic identity. Whereas Romania, this is kind of modern, cutting across borders. I don't know, it's going to pop out is what I'm trying to say, where it is. For better or worse, because, you know, you could argue that after the Heights of Eden, who will no doubt have a mega staging, because Israel knows how to do that, you could say this could be forgettable. But no, I believe in Roxen, I believe in her team, and I'm hoping they'll come in at 8th or 9th or 10th place. All right, we of course are not the only Wiwi bloggers. There are dozens of us all over the world, and they have also given their scores out of a 10. And when we take the overall global average, we get 6.95, so almost a 7. That's good. That's a good score.
Yeah, that is a decent score. I think it's pretty reflective for the quality of the song as well, so I think that's fair.
I think there's a lot of love for her. I think a lot of people have expressed that maybe they prefer Alcohol You. But you know, let's see this live. Let's see this live with some staging. I'm gonna keep the faith. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Do you remember Amnesia? Do you think it's going to the final? And if so, how high can it climb? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to get all the latest.
Like, comment, subscribe. Send us direct messages. We want to hear from you on all of our social media platforms. And they are growing and growing and growing. What are they, Oliver?
They are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is, you name it.
Hey, 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 hey! We'll see you later. Bye!
Bye.